Hi and welcome to this wall Pilates video. In this video we're really going to focus on the core and on our inner thighs. All exercises are performed on the mat. We will be on our backs and laying on our sides. So if you don't have a large wall space, a door frame will actually work for the majority of the exercises. And then again, if you don't have a wall space, you can actually do the sideline position exercises away from a wall, just on the floor. So the hardest part is finding your space and getting started, which is with our legs up the wall. So let's take our time. Don't worry about being graceful. We're going to start on our backs. And our legs are going to be in a 90-degree position on the wall. I want your bum to be about a foot, foot and a half, maybe 2 feet away from the wall. And let's try to get our hips at a 90-degree angle and our knees at about a 90-degree angle. Once you are in a position, we're going to relax our head, neck, and shoulders. Hands are simply placed on the floor. We're simply going to start with a pelvic tuck or like a spine implantation. So without lifting your glutes off the mat, we're going to tuck our tummy and try to press that lower back into the floor. Your hands can be at your sides and release. I'm just going to put mine here so you guys can see. Again, we exhale, tighten that core, pulling the belly button into the spine, press the lower spine into the mat and release. Putting some pressure with our feet on our wall to assist us with this. So I want you to think of this release as like a small lower abdominal crunch here. But again, the glutes, the hip bones are staying on the mat here. A few more times like this. And release. We exhale as we curl. Little tuck. And release. But now we're going to go right back into that tuck, trying to hold it here throughout the rest of these exercises. Starting with heel lifts, we're going to lift the heels off and lower down. And lift. And lower. So the ball of the foot stays on the wall. Again, a little push in helps activate all of our muscles. And lift. And lower. Let's go. 3, 2, and 1. Now the opposite. Push in with your heel. Rock back, lifting the toes. You should feel this in the front of your shins. One more toe lift. Now let's combine those, doing them together. Lift the heels, lift the toes, lift the heels and the toes. Let's go. 3 and 2. Last one. Let's bring our hands behind our head, supporting our head. Again, relax the shoulders down, tuck that tummy in, and we have little crunches here. Think about lifting that chest up and off the floor rather than forward. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Just 4 more like this. We're supporting the head, not pulling on the head. Last 2. Last 1. Again, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Arms are down by our sides. Pushing the whole of our foot into the wall. Coming into a glute bridge. We lift our hips. And slowly lower back down. That should feel great on that lower back. We're squeezing those glutes together. Not coming up very far. Again, just about mid-back. So we don't want an arch in the back. We push up, squeeze the glutes. Slowly lower, vertebra by vertebra, and lift, and lower. Take your left foot and lower it a few inches, and then raise your right foot a few inches. So we have a staggered stance. Same thing, coming into that glute bridge. You're going to be pressing a little bit more in with the left foot, so you're feeling it more in the left side of the glute. And left. And lower. Just 2 more on this side. And now let's bring them both back to center. This time left leg comes up a few inches and lower the right a few inches. Tuck those hips. Here we go. We lift and lower. Again, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Last one. Bring them both back to center, and this time we're going to take the feet a bit wider, and 4 more like this. Here we go. Push those feet into the wall, squeeze those glutes, and lower down. We have a little bit more of a larger range of motion here. One more. And release down nice and slow. Great job. We're going to bring the feet back to our 90-90 parallel position here. Let's bring our left arm, hand supporting the back of our head, and our right arm reaches down by our side. We're going to lift up into a crunch position again, and then we're going to crunch side like we're trying to touch our wall or our baseboard here, and then come back in. So a little reach and back. I'm staying lifted the entire time, but if you need a little break, that's okay. You can come down and release the head, neck, and shoulders. Really want you to feel that contraction in the oblique, the side of that waistline. Well, we have 3, 2, can you tap your wall? 3, or that was 1. Let's do 1 more. And come on down. Take a break. Deep breath in. Okay, right hand behind the head. Left hand extends long. We curl up, and here we go to the left. Can we tap and release? Reach to the side. Pull the belly button in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last 2. Last 1. And come on down. Whew. 1 more exercise here for our core before we come onto our sides. Reach the arms all the way up above the head. Nice big stretch here. Again, little pelvic tuck here, pressing the lower back into the floor. Inhale. As we exhale, we lift up and reach, and then come back down. We're just doing 3 more of these. Trying to crunch up a little bit higher. We're not going to touch the wall, but we're going to reach for it. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, we hold. Tummy in. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Go ahead and release that pelvis. Take a little breather, and we're going to come onto our sides. So again, if you don't have a wall space, you can do this all on your side, just on your mat. Lining up here, cradling, supporting our head in our hand. Try to press your shoulder blades into the wall if you're using it, as well as your glutes and your heels. If you have a larger back side, we might need to come out a little bit from the shoulders, and that's totally fine too. It is okay if every point is not touching. You do you, everybody is different. We want to be lined up as much as possible, and think about stacking those hip bones. Let's flex our feet. Knees are facing forward. We're going to take 8 leg lifts, and then trying to keep contact with that wall. It's not going very high. But as we do this, the core is still engaged, and we're really getting into that outer thigh and into the glutes. For 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to point your toes, and then we're going to rotate this top leg out. So we're going to kind of guide that toe up towards the knee, keeping the hip open. We extend the leg up, and then we slowly lower down. Again, height does not matter, but rotating out. So think of the knee pointing up this time rather than forward. Slow and controlled. And our leg is not against the wall this time. Or if it is, you have incredible turnout. Let's do 3 more. And last one. Okay, feet coming back to a parallel position. Here we go, it's a challenging one for our core. We're simply going to lift that top left leg up a few inches. Bottom leg comes up, tries to tap it, relax it back down, and then relax the top left leg again. This is challenging even if you just lift up an inch or half an inch. We're going to go for that. Really using that inner thigh on our right leg. And lift. Tap. Just a few more. Take a break and come back to it if you need to. Core is helping here. Last one. And relax. Let's take our top leg. We're going to bend it and pull it in front. So you're going to feel a nice stretch here. If your leg is not able to come forward, then go ahead and bring it back. Either way is totally fine. So pick that position in front, just kind of gives you an extra stretch in that glute. Flex the right bottom leg again. Lift it an inch up off the floor, and then we have a little hover here forward and back. Little hover forward, and then can you tap your heel back to that wall? Forward and back. We just have 4 more, and this is the last exercise. 2 and 1, and relax. Shake it out. And we get to do that on the other side. So take your time coming in to that same position on the other side. So lining up the shoulders, points of contact, the heels, the glutes, the shoulders, maybe your head, if it's comfortable for you. All right, give yourself a minute here. We're going to start the feet flexed and those leg lifts. Here we go. Up and down. Four more. 3, 2. Last one. Point the toes, taking that top leg, rotating out from the hip. Toe drags up towards the knee. Open the leg up and slowly lower down. Slow and controlled here. Again, it doesn't matter how high. Just want you to feel those muscles working. Shake it out or flex your foot if you get a little cramp. Sometimes I get comments that your guys' muscles are cramping up. Make sure that you are always well hydrated. If you are dehydrated, the muscles can tend to cramp up. And always, again, just shake it out if you need to. Okay, rotate that hip back towards the front, flex the feet. We lift the top right leg. We try to lift the bottom leg and down. Lift, lift, lower, and lower. I know it's tough. Just try a few. Again, we're really using that core here and those inner thighs. Just 2 more. And relax. Top leg bends and comes in front, feeling that stretch, or again, it can be behind your bottom left leg as well, totally fine. We lift that bottom leg just an inch or 2. We hover forward, tap the heel back, forward and back. Teeny little movement here, just little isolations. But boy, we feel that burn. But it goes away as soon as we stop. And we're getting stronger. Almost there. For 3, 2, last 1. Extend the top leg, bend those knees, and push yourself back up to a seated position. We're coming back to our legs, up again on the wall. This time, we're going to try to get our bottoms as close as we can to the wall. So start with your bottom scooched all the way up against the wall, and then we come down, and then get our legs back up there. There's really not a graceful way to do it. Just get as close as you can. You can straighten your legs up the wall, and if you don't have the flexibility, no problem. Just keep a little bend in the knees. You guys do you. Hands are just relaxed at our sides, and then let's go back to that pelvic tuck. So we press the lower back into the floor. Very simply, we're going to bend that right leg and slide it back up the wall. And bend the left and slide it back up the wall. Let's add our arms, so both arms reach up over the head. As we bend the right knee, reach forward with the right arm, but again, the whole spine stays on the floor. It's just a beautiful extension movement here. So think about reaching long while keeping the head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Inhale, exhale. Are you still pressing the lower back into the floor? Let's do 1 more each side. Release the arms down at our sides. Taking our right leg, we bend it again. Then I want you to open it out to the side, rotating from that hip, comes back in and extends back up. Left comes down. We open. In and up. This is great for hip mobility. As we open up to the side, keeping, again, the lower back and the sit bones on the mat. So nothing else is moving. We're not twisting the hips at all. We're just opening up from that socket, externally rotating here. 1 more each side. Think about growing taller. Excellent. A little more inner thigh work. I know you're excited. Taking our right leg, using the inner thigh, crossing over the left. And again, if you have a small bend in your knees, totally fine. Feeling that stretch. And the IT band is a little bonus here. Take the leg back onto the wall. We come out to the side, in and cross. Again, nothing's moving except that right leg. Really feeling it in those thighs here. And you're only going out as far side as you are comfortable, right? We want to make sure that we get that leg. We're able to bring it back up. Last two. Last one. We cross, coming into a figure four stretch. We're going to bend the knee, slide that ankle down the leg. We get just above the left knee. Turn the knee out to the side, feeling a beautiful stretch in that right hip. If we'd like to intensify, we can then bend the left knee, sliding the foot just a few inches down the wall. You can support behind that left leg and breathe into this beautiful stretch. Hold here, big inhale. And exhale. Straighten the left leg and bring the right leg back up, and let's switch sides. Left leg crosses over the right. Feel that little stretch. And we come out to the side and back over. Tuck that pelvis. Belly buttons in. Mind where the muscle is. Really think about using that inner thigh. Inhale. Exhale, pull and cross. One more. We cross, bend the knee, slide the ankle down the leg above the knee. Left knee is out to the side. Let's bend the right knee, intensifying that stretch a bit. And breathe into it. Extend the right knee, slide the left back up, and bring it next to each other, and let's turn the legs out so the heels are together. We're then going to slide the heels, toes going out to the side, down the wall. And you need to stop. Your body will tell you when to stop. Some of us have a lot of hip mobility and flexibility, and some don't. So you're just going to let those heels fall. You get a beautiful stretch in those hips, opening nice and wide. Again, implant that spine, tucking the pelvis slightly. You can support if you need to here, but try to relax into this little butterfly stretch. A couple deep breaths at your own pace. One more wherever you're at. Let's bring the knees together and a little hug in here, releasing any tension in that lower back. Okay, let's roll onto our sides. We're almost done. We have one more stretch for our hamstrings, doing a Pilates saw. So we're going to sit up and then take a little straddle here, pushing our feet into the wall. So find your area of flexibility here. It's not a full straddle split. Let's sit up as tall as we can. And again, if you have a slight bend in the knees, that is totally fine. Lengthen through the spine. Hands come behind the head. Elbows are nice and wide. We're going to twist our torso over the right knee. Taking the left hand, we reach towards the outside of the right foot. We come back up and twist back to center. Other side, we twist left. Lean over, reaching towards the left foot with the right hand. we come up and twist center. Let's do that a few more times. Feet still pressing into the wall. And then try to keep a straight spine here so we're not rounding the lower back. This should feel amazing for your back, and we're stretching those hamstrings. Keep the elbows nice and wide. And we're trying to leave our sit bones on the mat as well. They have a tendency to want to pick up from the one side. Don't let it. And center. One more each side. And center. Release the hands, maybe back a little bit behind you. Drop the shoulders down and back. Let's just open up that chest and hold a stretch here. Inhale. And exhale. Wonderful job. Let's come to a crisscross position if that's comfortable for you, or you can extend your legs straight out in front. Trying to get that lower back into your door or wall again, shoulder blades, and maybe the back of your head. Grow tall through the spine. Let's take the arms up and exhale down. See if maybe you can keep the tops of your hands against the wall. Inhale up and exhale down. One more time. Big inhale, grow tall. Exhale down. One arm down here at the side. Reach up all the way over into a side bend. Oh, that feels so good. And back to center. Reach high. And back to center. That is it. I will let you go. Thank you so much for working out with me. I love these wall Pilates. I hope they're fun for you guys too. Let me know how you liked it in the comments, and we'll see you next time.